Hey my friends, my name is Forge, and today we're going to be looking at two worlds. Now I believe it's been maybe about like 2 or 3 years that I've actually seen these worlds, because since I moved to a new house, I have not had my Xbox connected up. So I have not been able to go ahead and see these worlds in quite a while. So we're going to be looking at these worlds together. If you want to check out the worlds for yourselves, you will be able to download them down below. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. And so the first world that we're going to look at is going to be called Logicraft 1. So beginning over here, this was actually where you would spawn into the world. And of course I went ahead and built houses right at spawn because I really enjoyed the fact that I didn't really have to walk that far if I ended up dying. Now for this house, I went ahead and made a little bit of a garden area. So right here is actually an area where I would put different people's names. Now it is very similar to Stampy's Love Garden, and that's what basically inspired this right here. And we also got ourselves a storage room, which I went ahead and put different signs which told you about which one is which. So if I look inside here, this is all the stuff they had inside the wool chest. Not that much, and I'm still quite bad at this to this very day. I'm not very good at keeping everything stocked. But of course I did have myself the wood chest, I had the glass chest, and I think I had a valuables chest as well. Yeah, it was right here. And yeah, I had 15 blocks of diamonds. That was actually me mining underneath the ground for hours upon hours, and I definitely remember collecting up those diamonds. And then down here I went ahead and put in a few diamond blocks as well, and of course 2 emerald blocks. So I am actually quite proud of this room. It took me so long to get this quartz. I mean literally, by the time I was actually done collecting up the quartz, I was literally crying. And this was all the dirt I collected. Do not even ask why I had a dirt chest. Okay, this very day, I'm not even too sure why I had a dirt chest. So we're going to come inside here, because this was the bedroom. Oh, I had coarse dirt. Yeah, I don't know why I put coarse dirt inside of here. So coming down here, I had 2 stairwells. And I did have a doorway right here as well. I definitely remember I did actually have some dogs on there as well. I do have myself a little living room right here, in which I did put in 1 painting. Why is there a piece of string right there? I have no clue why there's string right there. Now I also had a nice little glass table, nice little chair, and I even had a nice little clock as well. Coming inside of here, I had just an empty room. Just went ahead and separated both of the rooms. I remember I was going to put something inside of here, but I could never remember what I was going to put inside of this room. I really didn't know, to be honest. I don't think I ever did figure it out. But inside of here, I did have myself the enchanting room. Inside this chest, I would go ahead and put in like different enchanted stuff. I do have myself on the soul pool area, and there is a glitch right here. There is nothing I could have done about this glitch. Now I remember that one of the last things I ever built around here, it was actually this brewing station. And I remember I never did use this brewing station. I built it up and I never used it. Yeah, that's just me back in the day. But also getting hold of the brewing stands, I had to kill a lot of blazes to get those blaze rods. I also built this beach as well. And I think these looked a little bit more like umbrellas, but when I converted it over, it kind of glitched out. I did build a little farming area, which I remember I only used this a few times. I did build this barn as well. This was one of the last things that I ever did build as well. And I did have a horse around here, but my horse is gone. We do have ourselves a little gardening area. So I have some sugar cane, a bunch of flowers around here, and I'm still quite proud of this garden as well. We do have ourselves a little nether portal area. And yeah, I built a big nether portal, and it actually looks pretty good inside this room. This room is definitely one of my favorite ones, and I did only connect one with a skull. So right over here with my dog house, I did have an iron golem inside of here, and I barely had any dogs. So I think I did have a few dogs inside of here. Now right over here, I did have a house that was not completed, and then I had another house which was one of my friends. I forget who had this house. I also went ahead and had a little tree area, which I can go cut down and cut down some trees. I had a little farming area, and this farm still works to this very day. If I go ahead and come over this way, I'm going to go and show you the redstone. The redstone is actually very simple. Just a row of redstone going downwards all the way to this all the way to this torch. And whenever I go ahead and flip the lever, it inverts the torch, it turns it off, and then activates the farm. I also went ahead and built a little lighthouse right here. And yes, I don't know what else thinking, but I did build it out of andesite, diorite, and granite. Now the diorite, I really don't like it anymore. Okay, I don't know why I ever used diorite. I did go ahead and make this little area. I think I was taking this up to fight the wither boss, but this was just a little safety area for me fighting the wither with. I also went ahead and set up this little area over here for a custom village. This was where I was going to put in all the different villagers, and I was working on it at the time, but I never actually finished it. And in the very last room down here, this was supposed to be where the chief was going to be, and I'm going to go and come down here. I did go ahead and make a little railroad system. I never actually finished the railroad, but this basically went all the way throughout the world. So if I were to keep on going, you see, this was how much I dug out. And it took so long. So we do have ourselves a little bridge that leads down to this little village. I built a little mob trap, which I remember it actually never worked. And I probably never finished it as well. Also built this little restaurant right here with some nice torches in the front. I built this little blacksmith, which inside the blacksmith, I remember I actually was going to use this for something. I think I was going to store like valuables or store like different weapons and stuff inside there. I'm not entirely too sure. Now this right here was supposed to be a hotel. I never finished the hotel. Also went ahead and built a little boat right here, which I think this boat was just here for looks. I remember I was wanting to build like a theater around here somewhere, but I actually never was able to do that. Now next up, we're going to go and look at Logicraft 2. So as you can see, this was basically all that I did in that building. So it's not going to take me too long to go and show you everything. But we're going to go and start with the house itself. So I do want to point out that there is a grave right here. This was actually the grave to Fordrick the dog. I remember the day he got killed by a skeleton and a zombie. They ganged up on the wolf. And I was actually very upset about it. I'm still upset about it. So please, rest in peace, Fordrick. You will be missed. We're going to go and come inside the house. And this was actually inspired from one of my very first creative houses I ever did build, which was actually the house I built when I first started playing the game. So on the inside of here, we did have ourselves a little storage room. Now unlike the other storage room I showed you in the first world, I went ahead and used item frames with some items inside of there to kind of symbolize on which chest is which. We're going to go ahead and come down here, and I went ahead and built a little nether portal room. The nether portal room was so much better than the house I built originally for it, which I think it actually turned out so much better. The inspiration was to make it kind of like how it is in the nether, but also for the walls I got inspired from the nether fortresses, and it actually makes it look really good. I remember I was going to build like another room down here, but I actually never got a chance to do anything. I built my little enchanting room. Across the hallway, I built a laboratory. This actually was a flush piston door before, because redstone on the console edition, it worked exactly how it did on the Java edition, which was very good. But then redstone is so much different on Bedrock edition, and that's why I ended up breaking. But there's also going to be, of course, a little lab area. I got inspired from the little chambers that you see in Halo. If I go come down there, yes. I had a little quartz farm. Oh wait, there's a ladder right here. I should have went to the other side to go and see this. But I did build a little quartz farm for every quartz plant. Whenever they would get grown, I would go ahead and dispense them with some water, which there is no water inside of there. It looks like it got removed. Basically go ahead and wipe out all the different quartz, and so you can get yourself like all the quartz fruits. And I also had a mob dungeon as well. Let's go ahead and go back inside the house. And so I had myself my bedroom right here. And the only thing I had inside here was elytras. So yeah, there wasn't all that much inside this chest. I had this room, which was a little guest room. So if my friends ever decided to join, then they would have a nice little room to go ahead and sit in. Also had a nice little gardening area, which I had a beacon, and I think this garden looks so much better than the one before. But then I also had a little pool area. Right over this way, I did have another house, which was used for my valuables. This is where I put all the diamond stuff. So I had like 26 diamonds on me at the time. And I did have some pretty good armor as well. Across from the pool, I did have some changing rooms. I also went in and built this little lifeguard tower, and so the lifeguard can go and look over the pool. I also had a little tree farm. Now, down there, I did have a little doghouse, and none of my dogs inside of here. This is actually one of my favorite doghouse designs. So I placed down different carpets, and I even put some glass on top as well. I also had another mob trap right down there. And going down here, we do have ourselves a theater. And going inside the theater, we had the main theater area where everyone would go and sit. The end portal is right here. I probably should have made the roof a little bit taller, because every once in a while you might actually hit your head on an end rod, which is not very good. This was basically my end portal room, and I'm still very proud of this place. I still think it actually turned out really great. I did have a dragon head right here. I did have my dragon egg right here as well. Now I went ahead and jumped to the end just to go and see what it looks like, and I found a little bit of a glitch. So look at this, it actually spawns in another ender dragon and another end portal. And there's an end portal right here. Oh wow, that's actually a very interesting glitch. Now with that is basically it for both worlds I wanted to go and show you in today's video. And go let me know your thoughts as well. If you enjoyed today's video, then also let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. For now, I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!